In Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, the Invisible Stalker is not usually described, because any who have seen them are usually dead. From those who survive an encounter with them, as well as those who have seen them through magical eyes, we know that they're smaller, invisible air elementals that live solitary lives in the plane of air, who are summoned to the material plane to do the bidding of the summoner. Though they despise being bound in such a way, they will complete their task as efficiently and thoroughly as possible in order to return to their home plane. It's suggested by some of the lore that Invisible Stalkers might not be a specific type of air elemental, and are simply the form that they take when they're forced to pass into the material plane via this specific ritual. As a DM, I would have the Invisible Stalker do what its name and lore suggests. I would usually have it acting as a scout or assassin. If scouting, I would have it listen in on players for one of their enemies, and if spotted through magic, have it try to escape from them and return to its master to complete its mission. If instead it's given the task of assassinating a player, I would have it use all of its attacks every single turn on the target, ignoring everyone else until it or its target is dead. If the party defeats it, I might allow them to find a clue of some sort on or around the creature's destroyed form that will act as a further hook in the story. In Mythology, there are countless examples of air elementals and creatures made of storms, wind, rain, and so forth, so it's easy to discount the Invisible Stalker as a lesser version of these tales, since by definition in D&D, it is an air elemental. However, the Invisible Stalker did not start out as a creature in D&D. Instead, it was a powerful spell that allowed a mage to summon a creature to assassinate their foes. This is less like an elemental and more like a curse, of which human myths have a limitless supply. It is my assumption that the Invisible Stalker was meant to be D&D's version of these malignant curses, that were meant to harm or kill foes of the shaman or magi who summoned them into the world. A great example of this in contemporary media is the Shadow Assassin from A Song of Ice and Fire, or Game of Thrones, who are creatures of shadow summoned via magical ritual with the sole purpose of undertaking dangerous or impossible missions for the followers of the Lord of Light, including the assassinations of those figures too powerful and well protected to be killed by the hands of mortal men. In comparing the monster to the myths, I believe that we found the Invisible Stalker was based on the overarching theme of curses and rituals that summon assassins to do the bidding of powerful magi. Over time, and the many changes to the game, D&D shifted this spell into a creature, and eventually made it an air elemental of a very specific type, perfect for spellcasters who want a job done right. If you enjoyed that video, please leave a like and comment below, and consider subscribing to the channel. You can also join the Patreon for $1 a month to access videos days before they're posted here, as well as other exclusive stuff like short stories, videos, and more.